Hi everybody, and welcome to the Messy Junk Room, where we create whatever. Today is day 12 of Junk Journal July that is put on by Meg at Meg Journals. She has a prompt list for every day this month and a collaborator list of other junk journalers who are taking one prompt and doing that prompt on their channel. So that's 31 days of inspiration and yumminess and sharing how we interpret prompts. Again, there's no rules to this. You don't have to do them all. You don't have to do them in order. You can pick and choose the prompts. So far, I've managed to be able to do every day. That is going to come to a little bit of a halt, as this weekend I am going up to Muskoka Woods with our staff and a group of teenagers for a week of camp. I am not going to be able to do next week's prompts next week. I will probably have to backtrack and go into August to do the prompts that I'm going to miss. Fortunately, on the 17th, the prompt is pause. I'll be pausing for the whole week. It's going to be a very busy week. Check out Meg Journals for everything you need to know about this. I am not a collaborator. I am just getting on the Junk Journal July train and just having fun in the junk room with these prompts, just because it's a good place to start if you don't know what you want to do, and that's to have a prompt list. Gratitude is today. What an easy prompt. There are so many things to be grateful for today. What I'm thinking is I'm just going to focus on one thing that I'm grateful for. The more weary I get, and this is a bone weary exhaustion that I'm feeling right now. No amount of sleep fixes this. It's part of the fibromyalgia. I am grateful for tea. I love tea. I'm very picky with my tea though. And there's not too many teas that I like, even though I love tea. I'm a Tetley tea drinker. I love my tea in the morning, and I'm a sipper all day long on my tea, and then I like to have tea in the evenings as well. No milk, no cream, just a teaspoon of sugar. And I'm grateful for that, because there's nothing like a really good cup of tea when you're really tired. I don't know what it is. It just soothes. But I also love, and which I don't have a lot of, is chai tea latte. Now, I've tried different types of chai tea latte, and I have not been able to come close to the Starbucks chai tea latte. Oh my goodness, that is delicious. But it's expensive. I only get that about every other month when we go to a staff meeting. We stop at Starbucks on the way. Have some tea bag. I do have a chai tea, and I've never had this kind, so it could be my new favorite. I don't know. I have that, and then I also have this stamp set from Close to My Heart for the love of crafting. Nope, that's not it. It got put in the wrong one. But it has all of these tea. What if I turn it around like that? Can you read it then? Oh, you can. Good times are even better when they are shared is one of them. You're my cup of tea. But I love the teacup. This says Happy Mother's Day. But I love this teacup and this stack of teacups. And there's a tea bag. I thought I would do something along the lines of that, just to be grateful for a yummy cup of tea. Now, I can't make the same tea consistently. I make tea and then I'm like, oh, this isn't good. So when I get a good cup of tea, I really, really savor it. And I don't know what's different every time I make it. And yes, everything is collapsing around me. Wouldn't be create whatever junk room without messy space. So I'm just going to pull out one of our cards from this mini scripture card box, Bible verses to encourage and inspire. And I'm just going to pull out one randomly. I love doing that. No, this is how I'm feeling, and this is the verse. My flesh and my heart may fail. Whew. But God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. That is the truth. Oh, yes. What a good reminder. I should have a cup of tea here with me, shouldn't I? Cup of tea, good scripture verse, and a junk page, a junk journal page to work on. I didn't think that through. I'll have to have my tea after. Let's get creating. I'm just gonna pull out one of these pages. Put some of this to the side. I'm going to carefully open this up. Because I just want to see what the tag is. I was hoping it might say chai on it. It smells nice, but it doesn't. What's your favorite cup of tea? Do you have a favorite cup of tea? Yeah, let's rough it up here. The edges. And then maybe I could stamp that on. Well, I could use the thread. From this. I guess I didn't have to. I guess that's the company name there. And then put that there. And that could be my tea bag attached to this. But do I want to add anything back here or over here, because that's a lot of blank space. And I'm thinking, why not? We could put some music. Because I'm grateful for music. And when I got these sentiments out, let's see what one applies. To live will be an awfully big adventure. That's my favorite one. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. So true. Every moment is a fresh beginning. Ooh, that might go nice with tea. Everything you can imagine is real. Dream as if you'll live forever. Live as if you'll die today. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Determine your priorities and focus on them. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. The time is always right to do what is right, and whatever you do, do it well. I'm thinking every moment is a fresh beginning, a fresh cup of tea. Oh, I'm gonna have to go get some tea because ooh, I like that side better. There's more flats and black notes and sharps in there. I just kind of want to just get rid of some of the blank stuff there. You have to check out the journal that Meg made. It's so cute. It's one of the ones that I'm going to do with the youth this coming school year. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And hers is just a cute small little one. And sometimes I think we try to do too much, like on a bigger scale, like we have to have a big junk journal, when in fact, if we have a smaller space to work with, then it's not overwhelming for us. For example, I did participate in Defemorember last year. I loved it. Can't wait for this year. But that journal I made is huge. It's just really, even the pages, I went really big. 3 big thick signatures, and I love it. I love how it turned out. But I haven't worked in it since because I don't know what to do with it, as it's just so large. Put some here. I like that script. There, that fills it in a bit. Maybe some up there. If you're not sure what kind of journal to make, you're starting out, if you want to try something different, go small first. And then as you get comfortable, you can get bigger. That's why I went with a smaller size page, because I didn't want it to be overwhelming and time consuming. The other thing with big huge journals is they take more time, and when you're doing prompts like this, you just want like quick and less complicated, or at least that's the case for me. So I'll use that, stamp that right there, and see how that works. That's something I wish I had known about, is start out on a smaller scale. Now, I started with altered books, and I loved doing altered books. I sold so many of them. And then I started to discover soft cover, and I love those too. So I'm like, And I always have to be learning different types so that I can keep things interesting for the youth that I work with. That was, look how beautiful that was. I'm thinking I want this separate, maybe on some coffee dyed paper. I'm going to do it in the dark spot. Ooh. Just getting the ink off a little bit. Don't lose this little one. Cut this little gaffer out. How do you take your tea? Is it black? Is it with milk and sugar? How much sugar do you use? I have a really tiny hole punch. Super tiny. I haven't used it for so long, I don't even know where it is. How can I make a tiny hole? I could just do this. Get my pokey tool. My pokey tool and just kind of, there we go. Just kind of, that works. Beautiful. And put this guy. And let me just see something here. I want to give the illusion that it's in the cup. So I'm going to attempt to cut along here. Like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. I'll just glue it right on here. Or maybe up there. Every moment is a fresh beginning. Maybe I'm doing a little collage up there. Let's be unpredictable and put it here. Normally I'd put it at the bottom. Perfect. Now let's make this a little bit more interesting. Tim Hortons has a nice drink that I have when I go there, and that's a London Fog. It's Earl Grey tea that they use in it. Make this a little interesting. All the tea tags that I save. And maybe let's add a little cheesecloth. You could do a whole junk journal, a whole attitude, gratitude junk journal. That might be a good idea for October for Thanksgiving. I'm going to do the top-down method. That would be this one. Some glue there. Some glue there. And then this one. I have everybody saving me their tea bags, tea tags, coffee sleeves. kind of just creating a little cluster. I will glue this down. And then just add some extra glue in there so everything sticks down. I'm going to leave those strings hanging. And I can always put gratitude down here, or thankful. But I think for now, I'm going to call it done and go and boil some water for a cup of tea. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.